everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse, the Dark Knights of Steel Batman, and this is the Patina edition. I ordered this from Walmart during their Collector's Con. It was also available, and still is, at the McFarlane Toy Store. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, this is part of the Gold Label collection. A Gold Label figure is simply a retailer exclusive. Whether it be Target or GameStop, this one is exclusive to Walmart and the McFarlane Toy Store. DC, Batman, Dark Knights of Steel, Patina Edition, McFarlane Toys, Authenticated Limited Edition to 5,400 pieces. It does say McFarlane Toy Store exclusive, I believe. One side of the package, Batman, Dark Knights of Steel. The back, here he is posed up, looking pretty cool. At the bottom, there's a barcode, if that helps anybody. This is one of McFarlane's deluxe figures. Remove the outer sleeve, and you can expose the inner figure and all of his accessories. So with no further ado, let's open him up. And I did get two of these figures, one of which you open and enjoy, the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. And here's the Patina version of the Dark Knights of Steel Batman, next to the regular version. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, display stand for the collector's card, and a sword. And the accessories are also done in a Patina style and fashion. So this is Batman from Dark Knights of Steel. It's sort of a medieval, what if Elseworlds type story. He's in sort of medieval armor, and it's pretty cool. And this is the Patina variant, and Patina sort of means old, worn metal, kind of like the Statue of Liberty. It turns blue over time due to oxidation. And it's a pretty cool effect. Visually makes a very interesting figure. Looks like it could be a statue of some sort. An old one at that. So let's take a closer look. Starting with his face here, of course, we have a Batman cowl and open face. It looks like it has a little damage on the top there. And it has some blue hints to it. Like I said, it looks like it could be an old statue honoring Batman many, many years later. As you go further down, the majority of it is sort of a copper, gold type color and has those blue highlights. Notice all the sort of battle damage his suit has from fighting in medieval times. The effect looks really cool, and like I said, it's visually very interesting. It pops, and it's pretty unique. His cape has some holes in it, kind of blowing in the wind. He's got a sheath for his sword. Double jointed elbows. Looks like double jointed knees. But overall, the look is very interesting. Kind of like an old, weathered, worn bronze statue. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, which is a pretty cool sculpt. I like the damage on the cowl, the sort of armored helmet. Seeing it in this sort of patina paint job lets you appreciate the sculpt pretty nicely. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand. It's the same typical McFarlane display stand, but this one has a sort of patina effect going on, which is kind of cool. And then we have the collector's card, as you can see, Patina Edition, Batman. On the back we have a certificate of authenticity. This is number 2,966 out of 5,400. And if you want to, you have this display stand that you could insert your collector's card into and display it next to your figure. Doesn't do much for me, but I imagine there might be one person in the entire world that actually wants these. Now let's look at the sword. No McFarlane action figure is complete without a large warped sword. So the sword itself, the sculpting is pretty nice on the handle, and then you have the Patina paint variant. And it's bent to shit. Happens a lot with McFarlane accessories, so let's take some hot water, dip it in there, and see if we can straighten it out. Ran it through some boiling water, able to straighten it out pretty nicely. Here's the Patina version of the sword, next to the original version. Here's a look at Batman holding that sword, and then here, holstering that sword. Now to check out the differences and similarities between this Patina version of the Dark Knights of Steel Batman and the regular version. And it is 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation, just a different paint job. So let's take a closer look. Start with his head here. Of course, we have Batman cowls. This one's done in the sort of bronze type color. And this one's done with a black cowl and then some sort of flesh going on there. You can see the suit here all the different damages on the cowl and on the armor. And the armor seems to be above different textured material. Underneath the armor, sort of chainmail suit, I guess, is you can see the different texturing and the armor on top as well. He's got the sort of, I don't know, skirt type thing. His is, of course, that patina color. Capes, sheaths, shoulder armor. Now they've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories. Let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right at 7 inches tall, which can translate to about 18 centimeters. If you go to the top of the ears, about 7.2 inches tall. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, you can rotate side to side. He can look up, not too much, a little bit, down quite a bit. Tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes out a good 90 degrees. Now the shoulder pads here are soft, kind of rubbery. They can go right above the other set of armor. Up, down, around. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest. Increase the range of motion, although mine's not budging too much. This one sure is. And covering the large gap that would be there. He's got a bicep cut, and it's a little bit lower than usual. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate, and it is hinged as well. Ball joint his torso. Rotate around, forward and back. Another one is waist, and it's underneath all this stuff. Rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion. I'd say you get more out of the torso than the waist. Legs, almost complete to splits. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation, it's there, minimal, but there. They go forward, really not very much. Back not at all. Double jointed knees. And his ankle, forward and back, rotate, tilt, rock, and toe articulation. Here's a look at both the patina and regular versions of the Dark Knights of Steel Batman. Here's a look at this Dark Knights of Steel Batman sitting on a throne in a castle-type setting, just like the back of the package. And here's a look at this Batman utilizing the Black Adam throne. Even though this is more of a throne than the other chair, I still think the other one looks quite a bit better for that shot. Here's a look at this Dark Knights of Steel Batman taking on a Gladiator Superman in an old school castle type setting. And a closer look at this Batman. He has the upper hand against Superman, but is it a... Now let's check him out. Next to some other action figures, starting off with some other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here's the Patina variant of the Dark Knights of Steel Batman, next to the regular version. Now this is the only figure and character they made for the Dark Knights of Steel. I'm really surprised they didn't give us a Superman or Wonder Woman, and I know Deathstroke was a pretty popular character in that miniseries. Now let's check him out, next to some other McFarlane Patina figures. Here he is next to Superboy Prime. They both look good, and they both have that patina style, but done in a completely different way. Then, next to the Superman Unchained Armor patina variant, I would say this is probably the most boring patina one they've made, and has the least amount of sort of patina effects. Then they made Merciless. He's the biggest patina figure. He might be my favorite patina figure, and he's the only Build-A-Figure that they turned into a patina variant. He's armored similar to Batman, and these two would look great fighting each other. And now, next to the Kingdom Come Batman patina variant, these armored Batman figures look pretty cool with the patina effects attached. And the most recent patina figure they made was the Dark Knight Returns armored Batman. Here's McFarlane's entire collection of patina figures. I'd say my favorite one is probably Merciless. I don't know what the next one is, or if there's going to be another one, but I really want to see Batman in his Hellbat armor done in the patina style. I think that would be really cool. I'd also like to see the Justice Buster. And they made one figure that was not in their DC line that had a patina variant. This is from the Spawn line. This is Cygor. These gold McFarlane figures also look pretty nice next to the patina stuff. It's like they're sort of statue or metal figures without the patina sort of aspect to them. Young, non-worn metal. McFarlane's bronze figures work for that purpose as well. They look like statues, and if you wanted to customize them, you could add a little bit of blue and some patina sort of shading to them. Of course, most people are not going to want to customize these Platinum Chase figures. Now let's check him out. Next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to a couple of recent exclusives. We have the Jokerized Death Metal Batman and the Patina Dark Knights of Steel Batman. These are both McFarlane and Walmart exclusives. And then on the right, we have the recent GameStop exclusive George Clooney Batman Frostbite Edition. Here's Batman next to the Titano vs. Flash 2-pack, and here he is next to the Titans Tempest, Fleischer Superman, Walter West Dark Flash, and Shadow Pact Nightmaster. Then, next to the most recent Batman movie wave, both versions of the Batman Begins Batman, Batman Begins Scarecrow, and the Michael Keaton Batman. And now, with the Flashpoint Thomas Wayne Batman vs. Reverse Flash 2-pack, here's this Batman next to the 9th wave of McFarlane Collector's Edition figures, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the Guy Gardner Green Lantern, Power Girl, and Captain Cold. And here he is, next to the Joaquin Phoenix Joker and Franklin Murray 2-pack. Then, next to the McFarlane Toy Store exclusive Icon. And now, with the Target exclusive Gold Label Orion and Wildcat. And finally, next most recent wave of Page Punchers, both the regular and Platinum versions of Shazam and Captain Thunder, the comic version of the Christopher Reeve Superman, and both versions of the animated Red Hood. Now let's check them out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want notes lines you can mix them with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller, and I'm going to include as many Batman figures as I can during these comparisons. Here he is, next to several different McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures, and now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures, and some Diamond Select toys. Here's this Batman, next to a bag of shredded lettuce, and here he is, with some DC Direct and NECA Batman figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now, with some Mezco and Mattel Batman figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this is a pretty cool Patina figure. I like the original Dark Knights of Steel Batman, I like the armor, I like the battle damage on it, it's a great sculpt, and you can really appreciate the sculpt when it's done in this color, because really all you can look at is the sculpt, it's not a big variety of paint. The patina aspect, it's very well done. It's visually pleasing. It pops, it looks good. Figure is predominantly gold, and it has all those little blue highlights and accents, and it's all very well done. Now I do much prefer the regular release, as it looks regular and is a lot more useful in the collection, but this one is cool as well. Articulation is pretty good, a little bit limited with the skirt thing. His accessory, the sword looks good, but of course it has that bendy aspect. If I were to rate this guy, probably give him a 6.5 out of 10, kind of teetering on 6.5 or 7, because he looks very nice, but the Patina guy is just sort of a cash grab, and that's okay. They really didn't make a lot of these guys, so if you do the math, McFarlane is not turning a huge profit on these limited runs. I think they're really just made for the collectors and the fans, and I appreciate that, even though it annoys some people. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.